I worked in a music college for 5 years, and so I just observed young relationships. Like, I observed the way, like, young aspiring musicians operate, and some of the challenges that the man face, and then some of the challenges that the girls face, and also how the different challenges. I think because of that context, I think I always try and... This is gonna sound mad. All right, so my thing, I care a lot about bars and being good. Like, is something good? I don't care whether you're a guy, girl, whatever, are you good? And I think something that I observed the man them doing, and even some of my students back in the day when I was working there, that I had to tell them not to do is, don't praise mediocrity because you think it's the right thing to do. Because that, in the long term, that disempowers. You think you're doing something good, but you're actually creating a culture that is weakening the respect. Because there's a difference between praising something and respecting something. So, for example, for me, when I first heard Miss Banks, I think it was a freestyle on Link Up TV long time ago. And I thought, this is cold. Not like, oh, this is cold for a girl. No, I thought it was cold. And I think part of giving space is actually me, because I was a teacher and mentor, so I had to give feedback and different things. And part of my role was to try and be sensitive in my communication, but give the same level of feedback to an aspiring female MC to a male MC. Now, on the surface, it might have looked like, why is he doing it? But my thing was that, in the long run, if I actually want this girl to succeed, I need to tell her what I'll tell this person.
Yeah. Now,
it would have been easier for me to dress it up. It would have made my life easier for me to be like, you're cold. Nah, dead. Because I've gassed her up now, and she'll go out there thinking she's cold. And when she's on, I don't know, when she's on victory lap, she's choking, and then it's dead. And then, whereas I think like, this is, and the same with you, because as a lyricist, I think you mentioned something about God-given talent, everyone can do certain things, and I think that's true on a level, but at the same time, there's levels, we as artists can all say, there's levels of good.
No,
and when I've heard you rap, the first time I heard you rap, I said, that if it's not that, we can't be, like, I think as man them, sometimes we trip ourselves up by doing what we used to do in like year 5 football in the cage, where like a girl will play football and you'll gas it up. That's bad. That's
I get what you're saying, but you're gassing up because you're a girl.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna lie, anyway.
What do you think? What do you think?
On the top.
No, say something, because I was gonna say something as well.
Nah, say it.
Blood of Jesus. You know what? It's kind of like, compare it to like, when people outside of the culture do stuff that is of the culture, and we hype it because they're not from the culture, or they're not black, and you say, oh yeah, they're doing a dance that's so simple, chill, and you'd be like, this is hard.
Declan Rice.
But your own person, they have to would do that 10 times better for you to say it's even black excellence. That's my own. I don't want to go too off tangent, but it's the same comparison. The ball just dropped for me when you're saying you don't want to make it easy for a girl because she's a girl and be like, you're good for a girl.
That's actually true.
You have to, if you want to compete at the level, especially in rap as well, like, you have to work 10 times harder to get recognised with the man them. I'm so honest, like, a girl could be sick. I see even with you lot now, the new generation, there could be like a newcomer, someone like Nems. Nems is doing amazing numbers. There's a lot of girls I see, for me, that are on the come up that deserve to do them numbers. You deserve to do them numbers. Chad deserves to do them numbers. But you lot can be as good as them, but you may not. Not because you don't have the talent, but because of who you are.
Of what gets praised as well.
Oh, thank you very much. And that's not to take from anyone. So it is a disservice to say to a girl, you're good for a girl, or just hype her up for her position. No, you have to let her know, like, and give honest feedback so she can grow, because you're gonna have to be levels with the man them, or even better than the man them, to get the same results.
It's like karate, innit? Like, there's different colour belts, but it's all the same sport. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You got white belt, black belt, purple belt, all of that. They're all different levels, but everyone's doing the same thing, just at a different level.
Exactly.
But not everyone can be a black belt. So everyone shouldn't be treated as a black belt. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And yeah, I think those that are black belts know that they are, and those that are whatever the red belt or blue belt, or whatever the first one is, they know that they're that. But I personally feel like, as well, understanding that and being on the creative side of it and understanding where I sit as a lyricist, people that aren't as lyrical as me still need to exist.
Yeah.
For sure.
Give people like me a break. Let me chill. Let me bake off. Let me like understand, because there's beauty in simplicity as well. So just because you're not saying something in the most technical way, there's art and beauty in the fact that you just said the cat sat on the mat. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's beauty in that. You need stuff like that, because sometimes life is straightforward like that. Life isn't always complex, and when you're as complex as a person that overthinks like me, sometimes you need people like that as well for inspiration, so that I can just take simplicity away from my complex life and my overthinking mind and just put it right there in front of me. Because sometimes as well as being an artist, I'm a consumer. So I consume music, and I like it to be in the most simplest form sometimes, because I don't want to be... If I overthink about everything that I'm dealing with, I don't want to overthink about what you're dealing with in your music as well. Do you get what I mean?
So if you want to feel it. I think it reminds... I think like, even moving away from, let's say, like bars and technicality, just being good. Because I was listening to Shy Carter's album the other day and I thought, this is just cold. She's just saying statements, just hitting you. And I'm also, what I'm talking is just like, I think you empower women in music. Like, as a man, anyway, as a man, I think you empower women by showing them respect, by actually allowing them to have space. Because what you're doing, if you're praising mediocrity, what you're really doing is disrespect, really. Because you're saying, I don't think you have what it takes to go that high, so I'm just gonna rate you because at least you're rapping, at least you're doing something. But that's how I would say. Well, how would you say, like?
Now, to be fair, I think for me, when it comes to men, one thing that I was gonna highlight is like the way that like rap culture has like made women look like, if they don't have this look, then it's not gonna be as big. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for example, you can see the difference between like a rapper, like a female rapper that's cold, and then like Cardi B. Do you get what I'm saying? And then it's like, raw, like
She's
that's
cold.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say.
But it's, I get what you're saying though.
No, I want to let him land though.
But that's basically...
Little Simz is helping that situation.
Yeah.
Just to make you just see, just so you can just see.
I just want to hear what you have to say.
You got to land that point though.
Yeah. Now, when I say that, I mean like in terms of like, it almost seems like, because I've heard like a lot of stories from like other women who are in the industry saying, oh, my label's saying that I have to like take off my, be more like this, sex sells, and obviously this narrative, and obviously for us as men, like I think for me, like growing up seeing like how women were portrayed and stuff like that, it kind of just adds on to the narrative. It doesn't actually instill anything. So when I see, like for example, someone like Little Simz doing their thing, I'm like, that's cold, and obviously it's just a new way, do you get what I'm saying? Not the only way, it's just another way, and I feel like it's broadening, do you know what I mean, in terms of the female space. But like, what do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because for me, I've made a conscious decision. It's not like by force that I wear trackies all the time, because I just like to be comfortable, but I want you to listen to what I've got to say. As a woman, I know what I'm dealing with. I've got a mirror. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But I want you to concentrate and listen to the music.
That's self-confidence.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's exactly what Imran was saying. Like, you know, you've got people around you saying, like, I had someone the other day say to me, like, yeah, like, Chris, you're almost back, you know, you just need a little bit of controversy. I said, pardon? Controversy? I'm like probably the least controversial person you will ever meet. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't actively try and make a statement that is like, oh yeah, some people are gonna disagree with this, some people are gonna agree, or it's just something like to just, I'm not a clout chaser. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So even with that, but I also feel like within that same respect, a woman should be able to do whatever she wants to do, however she wants to do it. If she wants to dress this way or dress that way or da-da-da-da-da, I get the same stick as a woman that shows her skin, and I barely do it at all. Do you get? I'd never do it. So it's just like, I feel like people should just stay out of people's business, personally. Like whether it's a man or a woman commenting on another woman, if someone wants to wake up and wear a tracksuit one day and then a skin-tight suit the next day, it doesn't matter. It's about personality and the talent that they bring. Do you get what I mean? That's how I feel on it. Anyway.
Yeah, personality is just more clearer to see. I don't know, you know what I mean, through dress code. It's just different personalities. People think they can see what they can see. You can't even see it. You know what I mean? It's like, either way, you can look smart, but really you're not smart. You know what I mean? And then vice versa. So you can't judge every book by its cover, but like you said, everyone can be free.
Yeah.
And then approach them with respect and try to see inside.
Definitely. I feel like for the longest time I was trying to, like what I said, I was making a conscious effort, like just don't show too much skin. Don't da-da-da-da-da-da. I remember one time, it was last summer, I posted a TikTok and I was just wearing like a polo shirt and some leggings. And the video got like over 1 million views and none of the comments was about the music. And I was just like...
Yeah, that is mad annoying.
It's mad because, do you get me? Because I feel nice today, so I'm gonna post a video flexing to my tune. But all the comments isn't gonna be about the tune. And I don't know if it's because it's a rare sight for me to be in them type of clothes, or if it's just that's all you care about, that's all you're concentrating on. But then it reminded me of, there's two things. This is why I don't do it. And life is about perception. People are gonna focus on whatever they wanna focus on. You can't help that. I could have been in a full black trackie and the only thing that people could have been able to concentrate on was my trainers. So, but it just feels different because what you buy out in the shop isn't what you was made with. I was made with my body. This is my body. The trainers I can take off and put them back in the wardrobe. But what is my skin every single day? This is my skin. So you just get a, what's it called again? It's not prejudice, it's a, you get a thing about it, like a stigma. You get a stigma about it because then you get self-conscious. Can they see it through the trackie too? And then I get DMs every day saying, don't ever put on a tracksuit again. Every day, someone new in my DMs, don't ever put on a tracksuit again. Don't do it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about stuff like that?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to get involved in this question because what I've noticed, I feel like I've got a bit of a conscious, like I do certain things and I know it will cause a stir, but then what I've noticed is that marketing is like whatever you put in people's face about you, they're going to believe that's all you are.
Yes.
So if I'm going viral because I'm in my leggings and I'm making it shake, they all of a sudden think Banks is just that. They even forget the rapping stuff because people just want to focus on that. But what I was going to say as well, touching on what you said, is that you never left, by the way. When you know when you're talking about people like how you're going to make a comeback, controversy, you never left, so there's no comeback to make. It's just...
Debatable.
Okay, we'll talk about that anyway again.
We'll talk about it after.
But...
that's what I mean by big sis. Do you get it? This is what I was saying before.
You never left, but for me, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, especially the mad viral moments I've had, I've never even tried to be sexy. It's just something that's naturally happened. But I realise it does...
You can't help it.
Yeah, I can't help it, but it does deter people's attention.